So it's in the middle of the summer. It's been over 100 degrees here the last several days, and going to be well over 100 degrees next couple of weeks. So I thought I'd do a little review video of this boat. When I was looking at boats, I was looking for a smaller boat that I could go hunt and fish in different areas that I can't get my bigger boat in. This is the one that I was looking at pretty hard. It was the Weldbilt boats made here in Arkansas. They're actually about 30 minutes down the road from me. But anyway, I was looking for a lot of information on it and found some, but I thought I'd give my little review of this boat. So this right here is a 1548 aluminum boat. It's 80 gauge aluminum. I'm using it for hunting and fishing both. I did just put the carpet in here. I had them put, this is a standard 40-inch deck. I had them put the trolling motor mount on one end. I had them put a floor in it and the sides on it. I had them put a seat pod right there, a seat base, and a seat base over there also. Other things that I did, I had them put these storage box here and a live well over there, although right now I'm using it as a storage box. Again, this is a 1548. I did have them put some pods on the back, which I'm really glad I did that. It really helps a lot more than you realize. So the pods is not included in the length. The 1548 actually starts right back here, and if I was to count the pods, it'd be another foot, about 16. So the pods, let's talk about that. I've read a lot of reviews on it that they really don't make that much difference. I've had many boats in the past without the pods, and I can tell a big difference with the pods. It gets the boat up on plane a lot faster. It helps keep the back of the boat up a lot better. I like them a lot, so I'm really glad that I spent the money on the pods. Something else that I bought with it is a 30-horse Tahatsu motor. It's tilt and trim. It's 2022. Has the key ignition here, shift, and then tilt and trim is in the handle itself. I did build me a little wristband so it'd be a little bit more comfortable. I always believe in putting that thing on. Something that didn't work was the gas tank that came with the motor. I could not get it in that compartment there because it's a 6.5 gallon. So I went over to Academy Sports and bought the little 6-gallon tank, and it fit perfect. So just to let you know, if you happen to buy a 48-inch bottom boat, it will not fit. I do have one battery in it. The battery's under here. I like to not to do 2 batteries. I was trying to keep the weight down. So I'll tell you the things that that happened as far as review that eventually I did get fixed. So when I first bought the boat, the lights would not work very well. They'd come on, but they'd go off. And this is I had them wire the boat up for me for the lights, since they put the floor and everything in for me. And this is a little relay switch right here, and there's a little button on the bottom side here that you can push, but it kept triggering, kept resetting on me. And so anyway, this right here is a switch for the lights. The first one comes out is for the back lights. The last one is for the back and front lights. So what I found is I was feeling the wiring underneath, and it was hot as can be. I thought, crap, I've got a short in this thing. So I took it back to the shop there. I didn't buy it straight from the shop. I bought it from a dealer, but they had me go ahead and bring it to the shop since I was right here close to them. Anyway, they had ended up rewiring the whole wiring because there was a bad spot in the wire. So they rewired it for me. I had one of these light clip-ins on the front and the back but the one on the front, all it would do was work the back lights. It would not work front lights that I had bought. And I've got a little Skeeter bass boat, and I've tried it, the front lights in it, and it would not work. And after looking at it, the back light here has, as you can see, 2 prongs in it, and then the front light that they had on here had 2 prongs, but my bass boat had 3 prongs on the front. And so they kept telling me, no, it doesn't matter, it doesn't matter. So I looked at a bunch of other boats, and every one of them that had to pull out lights had 3 prongs in front. So anyway, the dealer that I bought it from ended up just putting me a permanent light on the front. That's all we could do, because it was obvious that the front light pull-out was not going to work with just a 2-prong setup. I did just put the carpet in here, just because it is so hot in the summertime that my dog, her paws and everything is just too hot for her, and too hot for me too. I mean, it's really hot with a dark boat like this. So carpet worked out well. I went ahead and glued it in. The trolling motor I bought from Academy Sports. It's just a Minn Kota Edge, little hand control. That's all I care for. I don't need anything fancy, just something that works. 45-pound thrust works perfect for me. And something else that I did buy the monster rod holders. I bought the 8-inch extension part, and I put a block of wood underneath here to give it a little bit more support on both sides. And then I bought a Millennium rod holder for the front. It's just a plate, and I'll attach that in a minute. The plate or the setup attaches to the front. And I bought the rod savers also and put on here. But something else, since I'm only carrying 1 battery, even though this motor does have pull start, I was concerned about the electric tilt and trim, so I bought one of these jumper little bricks, the jump start batteries and stuff. That way, if this motor ever gonna lose power or anything, I can at least hook this up and do some tilt and trim, and I can start it with that also, or I can start it with the pull rope. But nonetheless, I can still do a tilt and trim with it if I need to. So let me, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to put some seats in here that I bought for it, and then I'm going to put the rod holder, the Millennium rod holder on here. Let's see what that looks like. Okay, so one of the things that I did, I bought a little cushion for the back here, so when I'm running the motor, I can use that. This is a seat. Usually have it here for fishing. If somebody is up here fishing, you can put it here, or you can put it in this hole up here. Usually when I'm running the motor back here, then my wife usually is sitting up here. And then a Millennium rod holder. It just kind of screws down to this plate on the boat, and it really works well. So I'm very happy with the Monster rod holders, and I'm very happy with the Millennium rod holders also. One of the other problems that I had, just to let you know, if you decide to buy a boat like this, is when they weld, they ended up welding the base plates in for you. Even though I have it covered up with the carpet, it is welded in. And mine, it swelled up the bushing on it, and I could not get the post to go inside the thing. And I had to end up taking a bit for making a hole in 3/4 inch and drilling out that hole on all 3 of them. Otherwise, I could not get the post in at all. So it's something to think about when you're buying this boat. You might make sure that the dealer has that thing where to work for you. But other than that, I'm very happy with the boat. It does exactly what I want to do. Like I said, I use it for hunting and fishing, mainly the fish in the backwaters, but I can't carry a big boat. The motor I did get a 4-prop on this thing versus a 3. And the reason for that is because there's times that I'm carrying, me and 2 other guys, gear, bow hunting equipment, fishing equipment, whatever. So I wanted to make sure that the motor was big enough to carry the weight for everybody, and I decided to go with a 4-prop instead of a 3. It does well. The motor does real well. I have no problems with it at all. It's cranked up every time. Very happy with it. And I would say, yeah, if that was to buy it again, I would definitely buy it again. The welds on this boat is extremely well. You can see here the welds. The welds down through here. They look great. They did a great job in welding it up. Like I said, yeah, when running the boat, it jumps up on a plane fast, and it doesn't bounce all over the place. So, like I said, it does really, really good. And I know you can adjust the motor for the bouncing and stuff, but I'm just saying with the pods, it really does help out. Even if you've got the motor not quite trimmed the way it needs to be, it doesn't bounce at all. So again, if anybody is looking for an aluminum boat, and the reason why I'm doing this video is because I looked hard and heavy at all the videos I could find on the Weldbilt boats, and I thought I'd just give a review of this one for anybody that's interested in it. Again, 1548. Very happy with it. I did put these things in and everything else. So anyway, I hope this review helps, and good luck. One thing I forgot to show you is something else I had them add to this boat that I really like a lot, and it's a little bracket right here. Put your transducer on. That way you don't have to drill a hole through your boat. You just drill it through this little bracket, and that's all you need. So I like that a lot. It worked out really well. So we're fixing to take the boat out to the lake and play around with it a little bit, go do some swimming, and I thought since I'm doing all that, I would give a little video on how the boat performs also in the water. Oh, and yeah, this thing pulls very well with the car also. Okay, so this is a 30 horse Tahatsu 1548 boat, and so I thought I'd show you how well this thing does. So you can see the tilt and trim is right here in the handle, trim right there. Keys right here, switch, forward, neutral, reverse, and it starts up really well each time. It's got a smooth idle, and so let's see how this thing does. It'll do about 29-30 miles an hour with me inside it by myself. With me and 2 other guys, it will do 27 miles an hour. anyway, so that's it. Hope this helps anybody that's looking for this boat or this kind of motor.